Hello everyone, welcome to the Crypto Intel channel. Today we'll look back at the initial success of Hbar's DeFi platform at the BID Miami conference. Before we start the video, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and click the bell icon so you can always stay up to date on what's happening in the market. It takes you literally a second, but for me it's motivation to improve the quality and level of the videos on the channel. We have a lot to discuss, so let's get started right away. To look like the market is literally just a few steps away from a major momentum surge. The coin has been holding onto accumulation for too long, and it's precisely these phases that often trigger the most dramatic moves in the crypto market. What's most interesting is that while most participants are still hesitant, the Hbar chart is gradually entering a state where even a small influx of volume can trigger a full-blown pump. As of May 14, 2026, the Hbar continues to trade near the key 0.095 to 0.10 zone, and now the market increasingly resembles a spring that has been compressed for too long. The longer the price holds below resistance, the more powerful the subsequent breakout usually is. Many traders are already beginning to view the current structure as a potential prelude to a move that could completely change the sentiment around the coin. The most important thing now is that sellers no longer appear to be the dominant force. Previously, every Hbar rise ended with a sharp sell-off. Now the situation is gradually changing. The price is holding steady support, the lows have stopped being broken aggressively, and any dips are being bought out more and more quickly. This is how the market often looks before entering a new growth phase. The key level remains the same, 10 cents. But now this zone no longer looks like impenetrable resistance. On the contrary, the market is increasingly approaching this range, and each new touch weakens sellers. Historically, such situations often end with a breakout and a sharp upward acceleration. And here comes the key point. If the Hbar does consolidate above 0.10, at least on the daily time frame, the market could very quickly enter an acceleration phase. This is because a large amount of liquidity, seller stops, and buyer pending orders are located above this level. Therefore, the breakout could be much more aggressive than most participants currently expect. The technical structure is also beginning to look stronger. The RSI on the daily chart is gradually entering bullish territory and showing strengthening buying momentum. However, the market still does not appear overbought. This means there's still plenty of room for further growth. After prolonged pressure, the MACD is gradually starting to reverse upward. The bearish momentum is weakening, which is an extremely important signal. A weakening of the selling pressure is usually the first step before a full-blown trend reversal. Volatility is also looking very interesting. The Hbar's range continues to shrink. The market is literally trapped within a narrow consolidation. Historically, such structures often end with a strong momentum. Moreover, the longer the accumulation lasts, the more powerful the exit usually is. Fundamental factors are also worth considering. Hedera remains one of the strongest infrastructure projects among major altcoins. The market continues to discuss corporate integrations, institutional interest, and ecosystem development. These factors are precisely what can suddenly bring attention back to Hbar when key levels are broken. Now it seems that the market is gradually beginning to prepare for a revaluation of the coin. Because Hbar has been under pressure for too long, while many other altcoins have already shown strong movements. These are the assets that often begin to grow most aggressively when capital begins to flow into undervalued projects. If we consider a bullish scenario, after consolidating above $0.10, the market opens the way to $0.12, and this zone is currently considered the first serious target for a new impulse. However, if volumes continue to grow and the market enters a full-fledged alt season, then the Hbar could very quickly accelerate to $0.15 to $0.16. Furthermore, some long-term forecasts are already beginning to view a move into the 0.20 to 0.25 range as a quite realistic scenario for the coming months, and now this no longer seems impossible, especially if Bitcoin continues to hold the market steady. Of course, risks remain. Until the Hbar finally consolidates above $0.10, the market is still within consolidation. If Bitcoin enters another deep correction, the Hbar could test the support of $0.088 to $0.085. But right now, the chart looks like the selling pressure is gradually waning. To summarize, the situation for Hbar is starting to look extremely tense and at the same time extremely promising. The coin has been accumulating for months and the market has long ignored the asset, but now the structure increasingly resembles the early stages of preparation for a major move. And if buyers finally break through the 0.10 level, Hbar could very quickly enter a phase of aggressive growth, where the upward movement will become noticeable to the entire crypto market. What your plans, hopes, and expectations are for it. The best and most engaging comment will be featured in the next video. Just a reminder, friends, informational and news videos are posted on the channel every day, so you won't get bored here. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you're always up to date on all the latest news. And if you liked this video, please support me with a like. Your like is my motivation. Thanks to everyone for watching, and see you next time.